So here's a quick update for the recent Bitcoin price action. So we basically have a invalidation zone here, which has confluence from a couple of scenarios. So this scenario, we are counting this as a finished wave Y. So this is a W, X, and then a flat A, B, C into a finished wave Y. The issue here is that this doesn't really count well as a wave C, because wave C needs to be an impulse. And if this is a diagonal, for instance, like 1, 2, 3, then we have overlap here between 4 and 1, which isn't allowed. And we can't really count this as a good, clean impulse in itself. So this has a higher chance of being corrective. And if this has a higher chance of being corrective, then this needs to be some sort of an A, B, C, or a W, X, Y, which is the most preferred here. And if this is a W, X, Y, then it's not valid, because we can't have a WXY in wave Y. Wave Y needs to be only one simple correction, according to the rules of the Elliott Wave principle. So, yeah, but that is a scenario where we have a finished wave Y, and we are looking now for an impulse up to finish wave 5. But we need to be aware of this invalidation point, because that invalidates the 1, 2, 3, 4 you see here, wave 4, and then looking for wave 5. If we take the fib here from wave 2 to wave 3, you can see that 61.8 is an incredibly rare target for wave 4, which pretty much invalidates wave 4. So if we move below this, then this count goes out of the window. Basically, and then we need to resort to some other count. And the interesting part here is that if we count it like this, so here we have an A, B, C to a W, and then we have an expanded flat A, B, and now C, and this counts pretty well as a B wave. And the expanded flat here, you can see here on the fib, if I do it like this to the A and toggle the expanded flat wave B, that 161.8 is pretty much an invalidation for an expanded flat. And that has basically the same that as this invalidation. So if I pretend that we are in this count here, you can see that 161.8 of wave B in an expanded flat also lines up exactly on wave 4's fib here. So basically, if we move below here, this isn't the count, then we're not looking for a wave 5 anymore. And also, we are not looking for W, A, B, C, X, and then from the X to a Y and then up, because then the B is way too low for it to be a B wave, to have a high probability of that. Then we need to move on to count it like this. So this is our finished impulse, and here you can see that we're counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for a finished impulse. The issue here is that wave 4 compared to wave 2 is very, very short in time. So it doesn't have the highest probabilities, but time is never in an invalidation. It's just a matter of probabilities. But basically that's what we're looking for. So keep an eye out for that level here. You can see it here at 11:17:07. That's the level where this count and the alternatives goes over to this count, or in worst case scenario, we are looking at this count, a finished wave C. But I also gotta mention that if we have a finished wave C here, we are looking for an impulse down to start a new, basically a bear market, and this doesn't count well at all as an impulse. You can see here that wave 1, 2, and then we have another 1, 2, and the time between these 1 and 2s are horrible. And you see here, the 2 here, it hits the 86, which is very unlikely that it's a 2. And this here it's not counting well as an impulse. And I'm not going to go into details here, but it doesn't count well as an impulse. It basically, we are dealing here with a 3 structure. So it's 1, 2, 3, and so on, or like 1, 2, 3, if we see it like a bigger picture. So the move, the direction is upwards biased. If we don't move below this invalidation, basically, then we need to look what happened before here, and if this is indeed a finished wave 1 or not, or if it's a finished wave C and we look for lower prices. But as I said, it doesn't look like an impulse, and we basically need an impulse to start our journey towards not the dark side, but the bear side, basically. We could do it in a zigzag as well if we look at not this scenario, but if we look at this scenario, we need but here we're also looking for an input, for higher prices, basically. So it doesn't look good for the bears if we put it like that, and everything is favoring the bulls. But yeah, it's an important level. I am keeping a super close eye on this level in order to, if I need to change this count to a finished impulse or not. So yeah, that was a short update for Bitcoin. I hope you enjoyed the video.